What are things you do now that you feel like would make you a good wife?
The basic shit, I cook, clean, all that in between shit. But I like creating new things. I like coming up with new things. Like, I like going on adventures. I'm real spontaneous, so like I just don't like to be boring. So whatever the fuck is not boring, I'm with that.
Hey, how's your girl, man?
She left me.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom died too. And my dad got deported. But I got the van.
It's nice.
Yeah, right?
No, you'll never get married, you think?
I don't know. I just feel like that's a bad deal.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad deal.
Like, listen, I feel like, if you already got a wife, you got out the game just in time. But
Yeah.
it's a bad deal. Like, like if you took what marriage is and you wrote it out on a piece of paper and you took it to a lawyer, they would be like, don't sign that.
Yeah.
Who's trying to get you to sign this?
Yeah.
It's a scam. It's like,
It's a bad contract.
yeah, I'm like, but again, I understand it. Like, that's not acceptable to most women.
Right.
Of like, I need to be able to destroy you for me to feel loved. You know what I mean?
In the West, it's no longer the same guys are wising up and getting out just in time. The essence of the argument is still spot on, though. Sure, these dudes are comedians riffing, but like all good jokes, there's truth behind it. When it comes to marriage, our brother here is absolutely on point. By choosing to avoid tying the knot, he's keeping his back straight and his dignity intact. For most guys who get married, those things become distant memories, like a dream that fades when you wake up next to a woman who's just waiting for the next payday. And if she's not there, it's probably because she's off somewhere else, waiting for that next check to fund her long-awaited ride on the carousel.
Women can do it on their own. We don't have to shut the fuck up, bro. If that's what you like, then get what you like, and good luck. I hope you find it. I like something else, and I hope I find it too. Good luck to both.
Name me one billionaire outside of Oprah that did it on her own.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
There isn't one. I'll tell you about the richest women in the world. Google that shit. Guess where they got their riches from? Divorce. That means they didn't do it on their own. Success is a team sport, no matter how you think about it. A man needs a woman. Hold on. A man needs a woman just as much as a woman needs a man. That's all a woman can do about themselves. Shit is what's wrong with the fucking culture today. We need each other equally. See, I can look at you and say, you know what, ma'am? You're going to see things that I don't see in a situation, and that's valuable to me. You know what I say also, ma'am? That you're going to pay attention and you're going to see the world differently than I do. So that's going to be valuable for me. I can say to you, I can look at you and say, your strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa, and that's value to me. How is it so hard for you to see the value in me, though? I understand that you got a Benz. I got a Benz, too. I have value, too. So all I'm saying is, we can see the value in women, but as soon as women start getting some money, it's like they forget who the fuck goddamn put them in position to make it. The last time I checked, most of these businesses that these women are making all this money for were ran and owned by men. OnlyFans, you know who made that? A man. Lip gloss, you know who made that? A man. Hair weave, you know who created that? A man. Mercedes-Benz, a man. So how are y'all getting so goddamn high strung on your high horses about niggas ain't shit and you don't need a nigga when everything of your existence was created by a man?
Women leave their husbands for the stupidest and dumbest reasons I have ever heard in my life. Very few times have I heard actually legit reasons for divorce. And I thought about the most common reason that I get for leaving the father of your children or their husband. And it is that these women outgrew him. The amount of women that I have met that casually destroyed their entire families because they outgrew their husbands is genuinely depressing. And what you typically get from the modern mothers that are coping and can't accept the fact that they actually made the wrong, most selfish decision that they have ever made in their life. Oh, let me just put my kid at every statistical disadvantage. Oh, let me only see both of my parents half the time in the month. Oh, let me make my kid more likely to run away from home, more likely to drop out of school, and more likely to be abused because of my feelings of outgrowing him. It's so funny. Women are so self-centered that they use every single cope to make their selfish decision not sound like a selfish decision. You know, it's funny. When women win the lottery, they tend to divorce their husbands. When men win the lottery, they tend to stay.
I'm all right.
In the future, we might just see pocket versions of these boards for men where concepts are discussed with women in real time. Because let's face it, trying to get a word in with modern women often feels impossible without blasting sound effects to punctuate every point. This is exactly why marriage has become a losing game in a world where men endorse a system that benefits women without any reciprocation. Not only do men suffer, everyone does. And here's the kicker, women, according to all the studies and clips I sift through for our entertainment, often understand this. They know the money they rake in after divorce won't last forever. They know that the secret bank account will run dry after a couple of years of clubbing and single life. But the fact is, They just don't care. It's like a kid at the beach spending hours meticulously building a sandcastle, only to have another kid, not raised right, stomp it into oblivion just for fun. Modern women approach marriage and divorce with the same mindset. They don't care if the money runs out.
What's one secret you never told your ex?
That I cheated on him. Right before I broke up with him, I slept with another guy. He doesn't know.
What's one secret you never told your ex?
I f***ed his best friend.
What's one secret you never told your ex?
I had dreams about other people.
What's one secret you didn't tell your ex?
I f***ed his best friend.
What's one secret you never told your ex?
When I was with him at the end, for 1 year, I didn't love him anymore.
What's one secret you didn't tell your ex?
I cheated on him with my current boyfriend, and he didn't know about it for weeks.
What's one secret you never told your ex?
I didn't want him to go on my phone because I was actually cheating. He wanted to go on my phone, so then I started crying because I didn't want him to go on my phone, but I was actually talking to other guys.
I liked his best friend for a while.
I didn't love him. That's probably what it was.
You never told him?
So he was one time, and I was sleeping, but not actually sleeping, and he told me that he loved me. I heard it.
But you pretend you were out.
Then I was asleep. He was like, do you love me? And I was like, mm-hmm. And I didn't answer him.
But the answer's no.
Yeah, the answer's no.
What's one secret you never told your ex?
One of my exes that wasn't a boyfriend, but an ex thing, he pissed me off, so I hooked up with his best friend.
Jesus Christ. I was a whole married man, fully married, happy, never cheated, never lied, never did anything behind your back, never met up in the Sprinter and got my head in a parking lot of a strip club. You ain't got them stories on me. Now, everybody's got problems. Everybody go through shit. I never came at Sam. Over 2 years, never said one thing about that woman and came at her because I legally couldn't. Now, as soon as the trial happened, now I got some shit to say because you accused me of putting you out of the house, changing the locks, and kicking you and a 1-year-old out the house. That's a lie. You put the COVID mask on top of the Ring cameras, and you arranged all the shit that you did, and now you trying to get me for $20,000 a month for a 1-year-old at the time, and I couldn't speak on it. And I'm hurt, and I'm bleeding out loud. I'm divorced, and I know why.
It's no surprise that stories like this resonate so deeply. As more men walk away from the modern dating scene, there are still some successful men who bought into the illusion before the truth was clear. Just last week, I was in Puerto Vallarta with some friends, enjoying the break from the relentless feminist brain rot. But even in the midst of good food and drinks, the same sad pattern was impossible to ignore. Across the table, beyond my carefree single brothers, I could see the reality playing out. Men in suits and ties, who realized the truth too late, sat across from their large, demanding wives. These women were scarfing down their 5th course while lecturing them about not booking a higher floor suite, or some other petty grievance. The men looked broken, the women, ugly and vicious. The common thread? The wedding rings on their fingers, like chains linking them to their misery.
So this guy finds a really disturbing text on his wife's computer one day. It was a random dude flirting with her, and his wife was entertaining it too. But nothing could have ever prepared this guy for what he was about to discover. Now this guy was a New York City spine surgeon named Dr. Hanjo Kim. Dr. Kim made around $3 million a year, so when he got married to Regina Turner 5 years ago, he was perfectly content with her being financially dependent on him. But little did Dr. Kim know, even from the start of their marriage, his wife had been living a secret double life. You see, although Regina had told him while they were dating that she made no money since she was working on a startup, the truth was she was a high-end sex worker. This had all started after Regina won Miss Connecticut back in 2011, which had opened a lot of doors for her in this industry. She began to regularly get paid tens of thousands of dollars from her clients. However, for some reason, when Regina started dating Dr. Kim, she still continued her work behind his back. Even after they got married, she would still secretly continue seeing her clients, making around $700,000 over their 5-year marriage. When Dr. Kim finally found out, he was baffled and completely heartbroken, and he divorced her soon after.
Yep, that's right.
It's all part of the game, isn't it? Before every marriage, as many of us already know, there's a series of phases, the final one being the ultimate sale. Sure, the selling happens throughout the dreaded dating rituals, but these women really crank it up right before the ring is bought. And that's exactly how so many men, like the ones I saw on vacation, got completely screwed. They all fell into the trap, just like the divorced surgeon we just discussed. Good-looking, wealthy, full of ambition, but he failed to grasp one of MGTOW's core truths: you can take a chick off the streets, but you can't take the streets out of the chick. That's why so many men fell before the red pill movement gained momentum. It's not that these men didn't know women like this were out there, they just didn't have the data or the visual proof that younger generations now have at their fingertips. If a guy thought he could change a 304, that's on him. But some of these women were natural-born salesmen, and the red flags we've trained ourselves to spot weren't mainstream yet.
You got the family courts where women are initiating 80% of the divorces, 90% of alimony is paid from men to women. Women win almost all the child custody battles, okay? And people might sit there, well, Myron, the men don't fight for the kids. The reason why they don't fight for the kids is because their lawyers tell them not to waste their money. and time, because they're gonna lose. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, Myron, the men don't even fight for the kids, that's why the women get the kids automatically. No, a lot of the times when guys retain counsel, the counsel tells them straight up, bro, you're not gonna get them. The only way that you're gonna get custody of your kids in today's day and age is the woman got to be damn near pathetic and homeless.
Krishan Rock.
Yeah.
Level type stuff.
And she still got the kid.
Yeah, which is scary, by the way.
Shut up and listen.
Happy wife, whoever said that should just be beaten to death. Happy wife, happy life. Like, if I hear one more person give that advice to somebody, I have to tell you, that is just the most ridiculous. What does that even mean? Happy wife, happy life.
If she's happy, then I'm happy.
Is that true?
Their wife is always unhappy. So if she's not shouting at me and I can just sit here and watch the football, all is well.
Boy, is that something to aspire to. Man, I can't wait, for someday for my kids to just sit there while the person in the other room is just mildly dissatisfied with them, and they can just sit and watch, the football game. Really? That's what we're aspiring to? That's what you hope for?
The lawyer here is cutting through the noise with precision, and there's a reason for that. Let me break it down. The guy being interviewed, no shade. Some of his insights are valuable, seems to be falling into a trap I've seen many men stumble into, much like the ones I witnessed in Mexico. It's an old mindset that lingered before mainstream MGTOW knowledge came to light. Men are nothing if not resilient. I've talked about this often. Men can take a hit, even as serious as a bullet, and still laugh it off a week later. That ability to roll with the punches can be a strength, helping us bounce back when times get tough. But when it comes to something like marriage, that same resilience can be a man's downfall. I've seen it firsthand with older guys I grew up around. They missed the warning signs, or worse, they saw them and laughed them off as a way to cope.
Feminists don't care about men's issues.
I wouldn't necessarily use that type of a blanket statement, because from the feminists that I have personally met, I just don't agree with that, and that's me speaking on personal experience, and it's okay if we don't align on that.
In fact, I would actually go even further to say that where some form of actual equality between men and women could be achieved, or some benefit to men could be actually achieved, feminists will fight against it.
He's right.
My husband refuses to pay into my pension. Ladies, please help. I'm currently on maternity leave, which of course means I'm not earning my usual income and cannot contribute to my pension as I normally would. After listening to the podcast, I've asked my husband to help by paying into my pension during this period, but he's resistant to the idea. Instead, he insists that when we retire, he will share his pension with me. While I appreciate the offer, I'm worried about the long-term implications. Not contributing to my pension now could significantly impact my financial security in the future. I'm also concerned about the lack of independence it could create, as I'd be relying on his pension. I've tried to explain my concerns to him, but he doesn't seem to understand why this is so important to me. It's causing tension between us, and I don't want this issue to affect our relationship. How can I approach this situation in a way that helps him see from my perspective and find a solution that works for me?
Imagine this, babe. I need you to give me money for fulfilling my duties as a mother, but wait, why? You've already got access to my money. Well, babe, I need to secure that your money is mine forever. And why's that? Because in 5 years, I'm going to take it and run with our only child, probably finding a Chad to hop along the way. No rational person would agree to this, right? It's outrageous, yet this is the kind of play we're seeing. I've come across a lot of schemes in my time, but negotiating a pension for maternity leave, that's next-level madness. It just proves that while the tactics might change, the end game for some women stays the same: cash out, bury it, divorce, and grab more. Is it any wonder that everyone, men especially, now sees marriage as one of the biggest institutional hustles, second only to child support? No, it's not surprising at all. Yet this narrative keeps repeating itself. Women often claim they need financial insurance just in case the man leaves. But we know the stats, we know them by heart. Most men don't jump ship. It's women who, as soon as the wall approaches and the hormones start flying, eagerly tear apart families.
You were...
Well, yeah, of course.
And he was married.
Yes.
That's homewrecker behavior.
Technically. That is true.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
They're still together.
Wait a minute, and you signed a lease expecting him to live with you? Yeah, they're still together. Does she know?
Oh, yeah.
Are they open?
No.
Future wife, please don't cheat on me.
So, she found out about me.
Oh, she found out. Okay.
Yes.
She's cheating, all right.
Open the safe or I'll take your life.
I don't have a life. I'm married.
Really?
I get in trouble for chewing too loud. I get in trouble if I use the bathroom too long. If there's a pretty girl on TV, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. That's so sad. I throw out toilet paper so I can go to the store and buy more. Just so I can be alone for a couple minutes.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's get out of here.
It was a good move to keep the mouth wrap on she was about to chime in again, as stated at the start here. Just because it's a silly joke doesn't mean it's not true. More often than not it's funny, because it is true women in the modern world only want what's best for them, and as corrosive as that is. For society and the institutions that help them stay stable, well, they just don't care. For the most part, they are feminists, and even if they don't identify as such, that doesn't mean it's any less true. It's the whole reason places like the US and countries around it have what is known as panicking who parade around as women that have turned a new leaf. Sure, they may cook and clean around the house at the start to try and claim innocence, but they all eventually join the same nightmare when the ring is secured, which is why the world on the masculine side has grown silent.
I have a question for men and women. What is up with all of the pretty women being single? The most gorgeous women, like stunning, body proper, face card on, but they're single. What is it? I really get so confused when I see a beautiful woman with a nice body, with a nice face, and she's by herself.
Let me answer that for him. His 1,000-yard stare says it all. In the West, beauty doesn't mean what it used to. It's just proof that you've made an effort for yourself, and that's where the problem lies. Don't fall into the same trap that these men did, whether at home or abroad. Don't trade your strength for something that only drains you over time without offering any real reward. Trust your instincts, believe in yourself, and lean on the brothers who've got your back. This is the way forward.
Next stop,
I just came from work. I've been standing on my feet all day and not getting up to nobody.
I can't just sit like, I only got like a few more times anyway.
I got 10 times left after that. You can sit down. Not getting up. Just came from work. Not getting up.
Gaston Boulevard
I saw why did you guys for the bus?
You want to sit down over here?
I'm not saying you want to sit by the window.
This stop is Level Gaston Boulevard.
She didn't know. You told her, nobody told her to get pregnant. Out of here, yo.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments section below. Remember, the best comment will win some great gifts. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Drop a comment, share the video, and see you in the next one. Until next time.